Hey up, I'm Guy Kestevan, the Tester Man, and this is the Coros Dura GPS bike computer. Now, I'm not claiming to be any sort of rainmaker from DC Rainmaker when it comes to cycling tech, but I've been using this system a lot. I've used comparative systems from Wahoo and Hammerhead at the same time, so I'm going to talk you through my experiences on this head unit and how it compares to how I've done with those and what its big pros are, because there are some massive advantages with this system in terms of particularly price and battery life, as spoiler alerts, but also maybe some downsides you want to think about as well. So first big advantage with this unit, at $249.99 in the UK, it's obviously a lot more affordable than its competition. I mean, compared to a Hammerhead 3, that's 450 quid. Wahoo Roam, which is the sort of closest match to this in terms of screen size and functions from Wahoo, that's 399. And then the Garmin Edge 540 Solar is 449.99. So, you know, it's almost half price, the Hammerhead and the Garmin, and still 150 quid cheaper than the Roam. And Coros have actually had, this is Coros's first GPS unit, and they've actually had quite an interesting journey into the tech space in terms of bikes. The first product I ever tested from them was actually a helmet that sang to you. Well, it played music, so it didn't, you know, make up tunes as you were going along. But yeah, a singing helmet was the first thing I got from Coros. But they've had massive success in terms of their, oh, there you go, just stick that in there, in terms of their running watches. This is the Coros Pace 3, which works really well as a mountain biking watch as well. So I'll do a separate review on that. But basically, this Dura started off by taking a lot of the functionality of that unit, of the watches, and putting them into a head unit. It's a 2.7 inch screen, and it's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and ANT Plus enabled. It's got dual GPS, and it also does multi-GPS settings as well. So, I mean, basically, it's got all the connectivity and all the satellite kind of positioning that you could want from a system. And in terms of functionality, in terms of actually how you use it, it's a touch screen. You can actually turn this touch screen on and off. You can set it up as a split screen if you want. And then you've got a single button there. And then you've got this little winder wheel on the side. I can't remember what they call them. I'll call it a windy wheel. I'm sure that's not what DC Ray would call it. Is it? No, it's not. It's a bezel. Is it a bezel, or is that a bezel that goes under there? Anyway, it's got a little dial on the side, so you can choose your functions that way if you want. Which I have to say, most of the time I quite like. It's certainly useful in terms of if you're using fat gloves or anything like that. And it's a nice, easy, functional click on there. And then you can, as you can see, you get notifications coming through from people. Get rid of that. Do we get rid of that like that? Yeah. Right. So let's resume our fictional ride. Like that. Oh no, sorry. God, it's trouble. As soon as I put in the camera, it's actually really intuitive to use. I'm just managing not to make it look intuitive. And you can see it's already picked up the heart rate from the watch there. And, you can basically, you go through all the different metrics. It's basically got, I mean, like I say, I'm not going to go super deep into the tech, but it's got pretty much everything you could want in terms of the information that it can display and how you see that on screen. It's also got stuff like, let's just stop that. It's also got stuff like, no, I don't think we'll bother saving this activity. We'll just bin it. So you can save, different functions in terms of what type of ride you're doing, e-bike, EMTB, navigation as well, which is based on, you can see I've got all my recent Polaris rides in there. And the navigation is good because it's actually based on Google Maps. So although it's not, it's not the most detailed, and again, screen quality compared to some of the fancier units is definitely functional rather than fancy. But you can even like choose nav to start, and it'll do it from here, which is pretty impressive. And because it's Google Maps, it'll even do all your latest, traffic calculations and things like that. See, it's got the rerouting there, and so it basically, if you're using it on the road, it'll inform you of road closures and things like that. And it's got a rerouting on it, and actually the rerouting is really quick and really accurate, because if you look up reviews on this unit, it kind of had a real hammering when it came out. I think they released it, judging from what I can tell, they released it a bit earlier than they should have done, and it had a load of glitches on it. Ray at DC Rainmaker, who is the Bible. If you want to talk tech on the in terms of cycling or any kind of sports instruments, go see DC, get a subscription on there, and he goes so deep on all this tech stuff. So, I'm basically plagiarizing his research on this, let's be honest. Because he's, you go and see what did DC say about this, and you go, I wonder if that's still the case. Because there aren't, interestingly, there's a load of reviews on the watches, but very few on this Jura head unit in terms of up to date. And the thing with Jura is that one of their massive strengths is that they're constantly updating this system, and over time. So, Ray had issues with things like SRAM and Shimano functionality, and in terms of he weren't getting the full suite of sort of feedback from SRAM axis, things like that. ANT Plus was a bit glitchy in terms of peak out. You had power flats on the wattage readouts. You had glitchy uploading. It was slow to Strava. Getting rerouting was really slow as well, apparently on it. But I have to say, I've gone through all of that. I haven't gone super granular on the data, because you can do it. It's actually got a really, I'll flick up some pics in a minute. What am I doing here? All right, let's finish that again. Bin it off so we can look at other things. And, you can actually, you can look back through rides anyway on here and get a fair degree of analysis running through it anyway. You can also get some really good pages on the Coros website as well, and they do training plans, and you can upload your own training plans. Uploading routes is super easy. You just do it through the Coros app on your phone. He says, getting that up, which he should have prepared earlier. So yeah, that's my Coros app there, and you can see you've got activities on there, progress, profile, all different things. So yeah, there's me Jura there, and that'll tell that gives you all the different activity settings. It lets you, that's basically your controller there, and it's got 32 gigabytes of storage, as it says on the screen. I've used half of it. You got workouts. So yeah, you can basically set up a load of the settings through there, as well as on here. And like I said, it's a bit clunky, it's a bit simple in terms of the aesthetics, but it is really, really solidly functional all the way through. And all those glitches that Ray went on about, as far as I can tell, completely sorted. And you've got other stuff like group tracking, so you can see where your mates are and catch them up if you get left behind. You've got safety alerts. You can set it up so it notifies loved ones or just people who might care about you, undertakers, whatever. If you have a crash, it's got a bike alarm. And one thing is, if you have the notifications on this, it is insanely loud. It is a proper shout. You'll hear it in some of my Polaris videos where I've forgotten to turn off the notifications. So you are not going to miss those if you don't turn them off. So if you're navigating, that's really good to keep you on track. And like I say, the rerouting now is really, really quick. I was checking, sorry, the battery just ran out on the GoPro, so I'm not quite sure where we are. But basically, you've got system, so you can pay your phone, accessories, if you want to pick up various systems, that's all my various bits to connect it to. You can connect it to smart trainers. And again, like I say, ANT Plus and Wi-Fi. There's your bike alarm more settings there. And you can see, it's a little bit basic, but oh, and yeah, you can do FTP tests, you can put your training calendar in there, your workouts, download those again super easily in the same way you can download routes. But the absolute win, well done, Kes. You can see, I mean, like I say, it's easy to use this little scroll wheel while I'm stood here in the workshop, and on the road it's fine as well, but that can get a little hard to hit when you're off-road. It's often you can bump around on it, it's not quite accurate. So again, it's a little bit, it's a love or hate thing, but you have got the screen anyway. And the other thing I found, if I'm running it, over on the side, because I've got a light in the centre or something like that, it's easy to knock, which is a bit of a pain. But anyway, right, the thing that absolutely kicks everything else into the dust in terms of functionality is the battery life on this. Now, Coros say 120 hours, but the thing is, it's got this solar panel on the top. Again, and Garmin has as well, but this thing basically, I've never had to charge it. I think I've charged it to 100% a couple of times, but the battery lasts so long, I don't even turn it off. It just goes to sleep, and then you just press the button and it's bang on again. And even on properly long rides, even the solstice ride, stuff like that, absolutely zero issues, no battery worries at all. Even when you're running all the GPS on it, when you've got all the settings and notifications going on it, you're running crank, power meter, you're running heart rate belt, all, watch, all of those are connected. Never a worry about this thing running out, unless you're going, insanely epic. And in that case, you'll still get some solar charge back from that. I mean, Coros reckon for every 1 hour in the sun, you get 2 hours of battery life. I haven't bothered testing that, to be honest. All I do know, Hammerhead 15 hours, Wahoo Roam 25 hours, Edge Solar 32 hours. I mean, the best of those is a quarter of what Coros are claiming for this. In terms of actual usage, it is just an absolute massive win, especially for obviously people who are going long distances or just, tend to forget to recharge stuff, because there's nothing worse than being ready to go for a ride and finding out that you haven't recharged your system and, you can't use it or you can't go out now. That is the biggest pain in the arse with any kind of technology, in my point of view. So having that huge battery life is a massive, massive plus. And when you do need to recharge it, it's really super quick, and it just uses a USB-C on the bottom there. So really easy to use, in terms of any appliance. And yeah, it's a standard quarter turn setup on there as well. There's a USB-C, comes with a lanyard as standard, elasticated, and it's a good secure fit. And weight, should probably weigh it and tell you how much it weighs. Hang on. "103 grams, according to the scales in the drawers. There we go. And again, nice clunky click onto there, so it'll fit with your Garmin mounts, and you get a mount with it anyway. So yeah, you get everything you need in the box. Comes in a nice sort of Apple-y style box, but things like packaging, although, it's great that it's all cardboard rather than plasticky. That's just window dressing thing, really. What you absolutely need to know is, A, this is far more affordable than all the competition with a similar set of functions, which is as comprehensive as I've been able to explore. It's doing far more things than I necessarily need it to. It's doing them intuitively, it's doing them very reliably, it's now doing them quickly, which was a lot of the problems that the early reviews have been talking about, and it's doing them with an absolutely phenomenal battery life, which basically means you never need to worry about running out of power with this Jura GPS unit, which is why they call it the Jura. So, I have to say, from my point of view, this is getting a very big thumbs up. And I'd say the same about this watch as well, but like I say, I'll make that a separate video. But for now, make sure you subscribe and click for notifications so you don't miss that watch review. And there's another armband heart rate monitor they do, which I've been really impressed with, but to be honest, I can't find it at the moment. If it doesn't pop up in the sock drawer this weekend, I'll buy another and I'll do a review on that. But yeah, give us a thumbs up, like if you found it useful, anything I haven't covered that you might want to have answered, get busy in the comments, and if I can't get an answer from my own experience, I can ask Alex at Coros. What else? Oh, and it comes with 2-year warranty and a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So if you want to try out yourself, you can do that and still send it back if you don't get on with it for some reason. The only thing I can really think you get beefed about is the dial on the side and whether you like that or not. But, you know, wouldn't be on the wit of man to just somehow disable that or even cut it off, although I doubt that does wonders for your warranty. You know, put some gaffer tape over it if you don't want to use it, you don't want to knock it accidentally. But anyway, and apart from that, if you really like what I'm doing here on the channel, then it'd be grand if you could subscribe on Patreon and give a small monthly donation, because that massively helps the channel and you get early, extended and ad-free edits as a thank you. Or just give us a gift on YouTube, which is something more and more people are doing now, which is always hugely appreciated. But for now, I've been Guy Kestevan on GuyKest TV, talking about the Coros Dura. Perhaps not the most aesthetically pleasing, but entirely functional and goes on and on and on and on. It's not really surprising that I love it, is it?